Y'all, no introductions tonight. We're going to get straight into the point. This episode, y'all, was absolute dog shit. We are 2 weeks out from Clash in Paris, and nothing feels important. You're going back to a place that started maybe some of the greatest chants of all time. And what have you had to show for it? Nothing. And this is all Triple H's fault. Triple H, I want to let you know, this year, 2025, you have been the absolute worst booker in professional wrestling. Even worse than Tony Khan. That's something to say, right? Because usually Tony Khan's booking is so out of place sometimes. You be wondering what the heck he's doing. But if we're talking about booking, you have been horrible, Triple H. And this ego of you, I just want to, we'll get straight into the show. Because I can make a whole video about Triple H. And maybe I could do that. But let's get into the show. Because this was absolute dog shit. Raw kicked off with a fired up CM Punk. He comes in the ring and he talks about the last 9 days for him since SummerSlam. He said, I should be the World Heavyweight Champion, but he's not. And basically, he's just a little mad about it. You know, when Punk is mad, he gets dangerous. He went in on Seth Rollins basically saying that Rollins has failed at being the next CM Punk. And in that promo, he talks about his 12-year climb to the top and then losing it in 5 minutes, and basically said he's more possessed now than ever to get that title back. And because Seth Rollins faked his injury and got CM Punk, CM Punk promised to break Rollins' legs when he finally gets his hands on him. He even started mocking Rollins, pretending to beat him. Good sending the message, right? Then LA Knight comes out and the crowd pop. LA Knight gets to the ring and he basically told CM Punk, we all know you got robbed at SummerSlam and you deserve your rematch. But LA Knight brought up the point that last week was just not a good time for you to get your revenge because you interfered in my match and caused him a title shot, caused him a potential opportunity to grab that World Heavyweight Champion. Then Punk claps back and say, you should be thanking me that I saved your career from Seth Rollins because he was gonna curb stomp you right on that concrete. And after that, LA Knight didn't want to respond to that, but he said, I forgive you, Punk, but there's 2 favors from you. He said the first favor is I'm going to beat Seth Rollins, okay, and take the World Heavyweight Champion. And then the second favor was once I beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Champion, he would give CM Punk the first shot at the World Heavyweight Champion. Punk says something, I forgot what he said after that, but then Paul Heyman comes out warning LA Knight that doing favors with Punk will cost him everything. But Punk wasn't in the mood to talk, so he wanted to fight. And that's when Paul Heyman proposed a tag team match later on between LA Knight and Punk and the Bron and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Somebody needs to stop Bronson Reed. I'm telling you. And I'm going to talk about what he did because he should be ashamed of himself. But that was basically the CM Punk's first segment promo. Then the Judgment Day had their own drama backstage. Finn wants the girls, Roxanne and Raquel, to get the tag titles back. And then Dominic Mysterio comes in with El Grande Americano. And then Finn pulls Dom aside and asks, what's he doing in the locker room? And Dom's telling Finn, well, he's good people, but I'm using him to try to get the AAA championship. And keep him to keep the AAA championship. And then Finn flips the idea and said, why not use him to win that title as well? So, potential. But here's my question. We'll get into the tag match. No, let's get into the tag match. Then the tag team match that was set up, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and El Grande Americano. Dragon Lee always looked great in the ring. I feel like he should be doing more, but unfortunately he isn't. WWE barely using. That's why he's in AAA. Fun moment though, AJ, Don pulled AJ down from the tag rope, and then AJ's chasing Don and then planted him over the barricade. But then in the end, AJ gets pinned by El Grande Americano thanks to Dom getting the metal plate that El Grande Americano dropped, and a headbutts AJ head first, and yeah, that wasn't good. Then we get Sami Zayn versus Rusev, which existed because Sami had to stick his nose in other people's business. Nothing really special until MFT attacked Sami Zayn for the DQ, leading to another Rusev and Sheamus brawl. I'm expecting that match to get announced for Clash in Paris. I think it deserves a Clash in Paris match. They've been working their tail off with this rivalry. Boom. But yeah, the Sami Zayn Rusev match, nothing special. Then we get Io Sky drama. Io's talking to Adam Pearce. She's not happy that Naomi ain't competing. And Judgment Day walk in, but instead of walking in asking Adam, they tried to, instead of doing what they were supposed to do and asking Adam Pearce for an opportunity at the title shot, they bully Io, basically saying it's okay. You know how the Ios are. But basically, Io was in the mood to fight. After that, Roxanne and Io was set up for later. Then we get a Bronson Reed promo. Or a package, I should say. He has lost his mind. Excuse me? Oh, first of all, we talking about respect again. Or are we for real talking about respect? But he talked about getting respect, attacking Roman Reigns, stealing his shoes, and demanding Roman Reigns to acknowledge him as the tribal thief. Are you serious? Are you, Roman? When you come into Philadelphia next week, my guy, I'm going to need you to do no talking. I'm going to need you to hit 5 spears on that man and then take your shoes back. Because this is disrespectful. I don't care what nobody said. This is disrespectful. I'm being honest. This is so disrespectful. You better come in, and Bronson Reed, you need to be stopped immediately. This is a shame. It's funny, but this is a shame. Why are we taking shoes? Come on. But then we get Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez, and before Io came out, the Kabuki Warriors was trying to set up. Let me rephrase that. Before Io came out, the Kabuki Warriors was trying to, encourage. It was a good match, honestly. I will get. Io's always been a great wrestler, but this was a good match, honestly. But then Plantation. This is why I call it Plantation Seeds, because this is the first plantations that happened. The Kabuki Warriors accidentally cost Io the match, and I put accidentally in quotations because, I think they mean to cost Io, and we about to see what's going on with that. But this is the first plantation. Then Jey Uso cuts a promo basically talking about what they did to Roman and who's getting the seats. And LA Knight again interrupting, thinking Jay was talking about escaping Roman's shadow. Seemed like Knight is everywhere. And this is what I'm about to be talking about towards the end. Penta had an interview during the commercial break. Of course, I didn't watch it. Move on. Then we get a Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch for the women's IC title. Good little match. Nothing to write home about. Maxine didn't impress me. She didn't disappoint me, but she didn't impress me either. What did I learn about this match from Maxine Dupree? Exactly. Move on. Becky won. Move on. Then the Vision had a segment. We finally see Seth Rollins tonight. And he's gloating at the fact that Punk and Knight were fighting, meaning the night wasn't about him anymore. He said it was about the Bronze. Told Paul Heyman he was hitting the Jets and peace out. The classic Rollins and arrogant. I like this. This was good. I knew he wasn't hitting the Jet, but that's what happened. Then, and then another thing too, Io and the Kabuki Warriors was coming back. Io was coming back into the locker room talking to the Kabuki Warriors. This is why I call it Plantation Seeds again, because Io arguing with Kyrie and Oscar just pushed Io, talking in Japanese. So yeah, so this is why I call it plantation season. Look at this. We are at 10 minutes and we're at the main event. This is what I'm talking about. The show was absolute dog shit. It's just that simple. It was. We at the main event. Punk and Knight versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed closed the night. But honestly, I knew what this match was setting up. Basically, I knew it was going to end in chaos. We wasn't going to get a clear winner. So what happened? The match was okay. The Braun Boss dominated the whole match. Punk comes in, with the hot tag. Then as Punk was about to go to sleep, we hear some noise in the background because the Canada crowd's cheering. Apparently, Seth Rollins didn't hit the jet like we knew. So we attacked CM Punk. The Braun Boss started looking for it. Then with Seth attacked CM Punk, the LA Knight tried to get the save, and the Braun Boss attacked LA Knight. So both Knight and Punk are down. Excuse me. Then what happened? Jey Uso's interested. Now he's coming out with an equalizer. I said, okay, we getting that steel chair. That's the best equalizers in sports, professional wrestling sport. That steel chair. Come out with that steel chair. So he comes out. Braun Breaker meets him on the ramp. He hits Braun Breaker with the steel chair. Then he tried to hit Seth. Seth ducks, get out the way. Braun. Then Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed stays in the ring. Hits Jay in the chair. The chair comes out. Try to hit Jay. Jay does his little move that he does, and when the crowd chants, he start hitting all that stuff. Bronson Reed gets out the ring, and then Adam Peters. Adam, you know what? Forget it. Forgive me that I said Adam. Sign Taylor McCorn, but that's not the point of this video. Adam Pearce comes out and he talks about Seth, you're a liar, this and that. You make me mad. You try to injure. You know how Adam Pearce is. Trying to get all hyped up for absolutely nothing. But that's just how he's mad at potentially Seth for robbing his main event scene, which he didn't. He made a smart decision. But basically, he told Seth, since you want to injure your fellow rosters and all that stuff, we're going to do opportunity. So the opportunity is Seth defends his World Heavyweight Champion against 3 other guys in a fatal 4-way. Jey Uso, CM Punk, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins is defending his size. I don't know why I mentioned him. But it'd be a fatal 4-way at Clash in Paris in 2 weeks. And my only question is, Roman's not going to film until September. So you're telling me Roman Reigns is going to face Bronson Reed? This is what you're telling me? We're treating the tribal chief so badly that we got to put him against Bronson. We couldn't make this a fatal 5-way. We just couldn't. We had to put... I know he's getting his shoes stolen, but dang. We could... You know what? Forget it. Because Triple H pissed me off. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe Roman Reigns do stop Bronson Reed and gets his shoes back and goes up and starts filming. But we couldn't do a fatal 5-way? Like seriously, we couldn't do a fatal 5-way? But whatever. But after that, LA Knight and Punk started boiling over, pushing each other. Then Jay started trying to break up the fight. He gets back elbow. Then CM Punk's almost GTS Knight. But then what happened? The Vision comes in, take everybody out. Seth stomps his opponents, literally, and the Vision stand tall. Why does the Vision gotta stand tall every week? Just ask me that, Triple H. Seth's my guy. I love Seth. But why does he have to stand tall every week? This cannot keep happening. But out of this show gets a 1 out of 10. I would be nice to say a 2 out of 10, but this show was dog shit. And basically that was Monday Night Raw for you. They did not nail the bill for the... There's been no bill. The only bill has been the main event scene. And the Rusev and Sheamus. But you could say that could have been on SummerSlam. So, you know what? I'm done. Triple H, I'm coming for you next. Because you deserve a lot of criticism. And I'm going to do my absolute daggone homework on you. Because I'm going to make a video that's going to be the biggest rant of all time. This show was absolute garbage. If you didn't think I was too hard enough, then I'm sorry, because I'm filming this right after the show ended. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're brand new, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Have a good night.